Welcome back.
Your training split doesn't actually matter.
Nah, I agree. It's kind of one of those things as well that I think people think it's like the make or break, like this magic training split's going to exist to kind of get them where they want to get to. And it's like, it doesn't. I don't think it really matters. I've done, you name it, over the years. I've bro splitted it. I've push-pull legs, upper, lower, and combinations of all the above. And I wouldn't put like progress down to one of those as such, but I think like anything, there's a time and a place. I know clients who are kind of in the more beginner stages of training, then some sort of bro split or even push-pull legs, I'd argue they're probably not going to be. It's not going to be as beneficial as some multi-frequency and hitting things more often, without doubt.
No, absolutely. Like for I think for the general population, right, it really doesn't matter. But the thing is that you're probably those people are limited with maybe families, careers, so time becomes a little bit of an issue. So really, you want to hit each major muscle group as many times as possible over the course of the week. So something like a full body, I think, is probably where most people would see the benefit. And then, later on, as you start to get stronger, the kind of accumulation of fatigue over the course of the week starts to play a bigger role. Like when you're strong as fuck, like you have to start to split things up, 100%. Right? But yeah, it really doesn't matter. All that matters is, I think it's more to do with like the exercises. Like if you prioritize the compounds, squats, bench, deadlift, overhead press, rows, pull-ups, lunges, then the rest is just fluff, and you can just fit it in where you want it.
Yeah, agreed. And I think we can always agree on the number one determining factor for progress is always going to come down to intensity, right?
100%.
Come on. So come on, let's talk like. What's your favourite split? Let's get personal. What's your personal favourite?
Right. So I've done them all. Right. Been on the journey. Right. Done full body, upper, lower. Done push pull legs. Hated it. My favourite is without a doubt upper lower.
Yeah, probably same. So why the hate for push-pull legs? Because I actually do like push-pull legs, but I like to modify. So I've got clients who I've got on kind of hybrids of, I tend to mesh, because upper-lower is probably one of my favourites. I love a push-pull legs as well, so I'll make a little hybrid. I've got guys on like an upper-lower push-pull.
Yeah.
Or again, it may be I've done it myself. I've had like push-pull legs, and then a fourth day for something I'm trying to bring up, arms or shoulders or something a little bit more specific. And again, this ties in nicely to your training split. It's individual. What do you need to focus on? What do you not need to focus on? Because again, that was something that took me some probably years to get my head around. Was actually, well, if my legs, for example, are looking whammo and they're strong and I don't need to prioritise them, well then maybe I can pull back volume there and increase volume somewhere else. So
well, you always need whammo legs.
You always need whammo legs, but
they can't be
whammo legs.
You have.
So go on, why do push-pull legs hate them?
You know what, for me it's like, well, if you do all the muscles that are repeatedly targeting the same muscle groups. But let's say, in a typical workout, someone might do, if you're going to do chest, like a push day, right? Chest, shoulders, triceps. You're probably going to do 6 exercises, 2 for chest, 2 for shoulders, 2 for triceps, right? You're going to hit the same muscles again and again and again. So one of those muscle groups is going to be hit with suboptimal 100%. Or submaximal effort.
Yeah, I feel
so it's the accumulation of fatigue that I don't like. So
agreed.
What I would rather do is split that up over the course of the week. So you might do less exercises per body part in one session, but hit that maybe twice over the course of the week and then because of that, you're able to hit it with more effort.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
For me, I've found it's hard. It's always hard to quantify where you get the most results. But I feel like for me, that's definitely where I've benefited the most.
And that always comes back to the magic word intensity. Because for me, if you go in hard enough, I mean, I've fried myself on 1 set, 2 sets.
That's
before.
it.
So if I'm going in on a heavy press, or if it's on a leg day, a heavy squat movement, I have walked out after 2 sets. Yeah. And if you haven't walked out after 2 sets, then maybe you haven't trained hard enough.
I think that there's always like those muscle groups as well, where if you go all in on even just one exercise, you tend to fall off a fucking cliff.
It's true, 100%.
Sorry for swearing. But that's what tends to happen with me with back is that's it. Tank. Love it.